Refined, it's couples therapy that really rocks.
What if we turned all our fights into songs? Let's start a band.
A Hollywood quadruple threat sits down with Refined to talk about her new movie, Band-Aid. Then a Refined Reads book club strikes a chord.
I have a lot of outside of work relationship with growing up in addiction and dysfunction in a family.
Why this month's get-together got personal. Then
I would say that it's one of the most amazing places in the world.
Refined goes day tripping to one of the region's best outdoor escapes. Seattle Refined starts now. Hey everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson, up on Capitol Hill. We're entering the home stretch of one of my favorite events in Seattle, the International Film Festival. One of the perks of this job is I get to see a lot of movies at SIFF, and one of my favorites this year is a really clever comedy called Band-Aid.
Where do you think we go from here?
I don't know.
What if we turned all our fights into songs? Let's start a band.
It's a movie that'll make you laugh and cry, sometimes at the same time. Band-Aid is the baby of Zoe Lister-Jones. In the biz, she's called a quadruple threat. She wrote the movie, produced it, starred in it, and directed it.
This may be a dumb question. So you're directing it and you're acting in it at the same time. How do you know when you really have a good take when you can't really see the entire picture?
Yeah, I mean, literally, you can't see the picture. I had an amazing producer named Natalia Anderson who was on the monitors for me, because when you are in front of the camera, you really need a set of eyes that you can trust who's behind it.
Band-Aid is about a couple who can't stop fighting, and in an effort to save their marriage, they turn their battles into songs and starting a band called The Dirty Dishes. If you've been in a relationship, you can relate.
Pretty heavy topic. Why this one?
Well, I mean, I think that just navigating relationships in general is something that everyone can relate to, and I think every couple fights, whether or not they'd like to admit it to their friends. I think there's like a lot of shame around it. You know, people are afraid of being judged, so that people don't really talk about the fights. But the more I started talking about the fights I was having in my own relationship and in relationships of the past, I realized that actually, like, all of my friends were having the same exact fights, and that there's a lot of commonality in the fights that we all have in our relationships.
Band-Aid may have heavy fight scenes, but when it comes to comedy, you'll crack up, especially with former SNL funny man Fred Armisen, who plays a sex addict neighbor.
Unreal. You know, I can't relate to the lyrics at all.
Fred Armisen is such a comedy icon, and I've been such a fan of his for so long. I actually didn't know him when I asked him to be a part of the film, and luckily he said yes. And I mean, I've worked with a lot of funny people. I have a pretty easy time not breaking character, but with Fred, I broke character all the time. I couldn't stop laughing around him.
You know what was fantastic about this movie? It took you so many different places emotionally. I mean, you're sad, but then the next scene might be like the snuggle therapy, where it was super funny.
Oh,
so it's like,
thanks.
whoa. It was great.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, my favorite comedies are ones that can navigate both drama and comedy, and kind of don't have to fit into one specific box. And I was lucky enough to work with actors who could access a lot of different things, both being incredibly funny and also digging a little deeper.
Zoe says she actually learned how to play the bass for the movie. Add that to her quadruple threat resume, this is a must-see movie.
I would say it was one of the most, if not the most, creatively gratifying experience in my life. I mean, it's really a very special project to me on many levels. And yeah, I think I wanted to focus a lot on process in this project. Like, I wanted to make sure I had fun doing it rather than just being like, and then let's just get it out there. And it exceeded all of my expectations.
And then here in Seattle at SIFF, it's kind of a big deal. I mean, this has really turned into a big film festival up here.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I'm so excited to be here, and it's such a great town, and especially its music history. I'm really excited to see what the audiences think.
It seems hard to believe, but SIFF will come to a close this weekend. The closing night gala will include a screening of the film The Young Karl Marx at the Cinerama, followed by a shindig at the Museum of History and Industry. For more info, check out our website. If you're looking for something a little bit more decadent, the Paramount Theater invites you to come hear the music play. The national tour of Cabaret, jazz hands its way into town June 13th for a short run. The Tony Award-winning revival features some of the most memorable tunes to ever come out of Broadway, including the title number, Maybe This Time, and Will Coleman. It runs through June 25th.
When I was a young boy.
If classic rock is more your thing, there are still tickets available to see the legendary John Cougar Mellencamp at Redmond's Merrymore Park tonight. The Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter, known for mega hits like Jack and Diane, Hurt So Good, and Pink Houses, is still going strong. We hear he puts on a great show.
If you're looking to get outdoors and away from the city this weekend, one of the best spots in the Northwest is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. From cycling to whale watching, our sponsors at San Juan Island Visitors Bureau show us why the islands are one-stop shopping.
Just getting to the San Juan Islands is half the fun, especially when you can get there in less than an hour by flying aboard Kenmore Air. And once you land, there's no lack of things to do.
I would say that it's one of the most amazing places in the world. It's tucked away in this little corner in Northwest Washington.
Sarah Cutting knows the area well. She's a naturalist, showing visitors all the Salish Sea has to offer.
And what we're doing is we're going out watching wildlife and whales, so whatever we can find that day. And obviously it varies day to day because there are wild animals that we're looking for. But here in the Salish Sea, you can expect to find orcas, humpback whales, minke whales, harbor porpoises, harbor seals, sea lions, tons and tons of birds, and even the occasional land mammal that comes down close to shore.
And while there are a dozen ways to go whale watching from San Juan, Orcas, and Lopez Islands, you might just find yourself up close and personal with the pods when you're out kayaking.
It usually only happens on the west side of the island, but lately transient whales have been coming into this bay more and more often as they hunt for harbor seals and sea lion.
Kayaking around the islands can be a quick 3-hour tour or a 3-day adventure. And if you have no kayaking experience, no problem. There's no shortage of people willing to teach you.
Sea kayaking is not for everyone, but it's for people who like to move with the power of their own bodies, people who like to be outdoors, people who like adventure, people who like to learn new things, see new things, and get a little exercise and fresh air at the same time.
If staying on land is more your speed, pedal pushers of all levels are welcome on San Juan Island roads.
Over the years, the islands have become really a destination cycling vacation area. There's lots of nice places to ride.
Ask Paul at Island Bicycle. Shaw Island is the best for families because it's small and there's no traffic. Lopez has a gentle terrain and is good for just about anyone. But if you're looking for a challenge, you might want to bike Orcas. And for something right in the middle, biking San Juan Island is a great option.
Not a lot of people hear about it that aren't from this area, but it's really spectacular.
To check out any of our San Juan adventures, log on to SeattleRefined.com. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
They're amazing. The waiter actually talked me into them.
Refined Super Eater tracks down the best tots in town. But first,
I think the Turner House exists in Seattle, in many places, particularly in the central area of Seattle.
Our next book club hits home for refined readers. Get ready for our deepest discussion yet. We'll be right back.
What's the...
Hey, welcome back to the show. I'm Gard Swanson. One thing I've learned is no matter how perfect a family looks from the outside, no one's family is perfect. Rich or poor, young or old, we all have little dramas and struggles in our lives that are universal.
That's one of the things that makes our latest Refined Reads book club pick, The Turner House, so relatable. It's the story of an African-American family in Detroit, but it could be about any of our families. And we couldn't wait to get together at our sponsor, University Bookstore, to discuss it all.
Really? We're talking about The Turner House, which is Angela Flournoy's latest book.
Refined's Britt Thorson, along with our resident expert, Terry Tazioli, couldn't wait to hear what our readers thought of The Turner House.
Why was it a good book for you to read, or was it, living here in Seattle?
I think it's a very important time to read a contemporary story about African Americans' experience in America that's not based in tragedy. And it couldn't have come at a better time to be non-sociological. It's just a story about a family, a black family, who lived in this country like everybody else does. And I just think it was really important time for us to have that story be read and shared.
The Turner House follows a large family grappling with the decline of their aging mother and the impending sale of their childhood home. Each member of the family is grown and now living independently, but ultimately their mother and the home bring them back together.
I really appreciated the wholeness in the way that they described these people's lives instead of epitomizing it to something that was ruining them, you know, that there's something they got through or even didn't get through and they still were alive, you know.
What did you find powerful about Mom, about Viola?
Ooh, she got powerful for me at the end. Like, I mean, she was always really powerful, and then, you know, you find out about her history with that reverend or whatever, and just that was just kept to herself, you know? And I thought that was so interesting. Like, everything else she's given to her kids, every bit of herself she's given to them and her husband, you know, for 60 years, and you find that little piece, and it just makes her just so much more human to me, and I really love that part.
Did you feel like family played as important part of a role in this as I walked away from it feeling?
Well, in my case, my parents had large families, so my mother had 8 brothers and my father had 6 sisters, and so I don't. But just being in that environment where family is really connected, I really related to that. Even connected or disconnected, both sides of the coin.
My experience with it was just the same relationship between telling one person something and knowing that you're telling more people by doing that.
We talked with Angela Flournoy about belonging and about kind of at its core, do we consider the Turner family a strongly bonded one or not?
I had never really read anything that sort of in a contemporary setting explored what it's like to, say, go to a high school and you're related to 6 other people at that high school, and to have friends but always know that you don't really need to have friends. You'll be okay. You'll still have things to do on the weekend, even if you have no friends outside of your family. And so I wanted to explore that through fiction. So it seemed like a perfect opportunity to also explore some of the ways that I had grown up.
I was curious too, what y'all think of the house itself as a character? Was it? How so?
It was the container, the vessel for all of their experiences.
I think even like the neighborhood considered that house as, you know, they referred to it as the Our House or where the Turners were from. Like, it was its own thing because the neighborhood recognized it as that too. Even though no Turners were living there at that time, it was still.
But it's still the Turner house.
It was still the Turner house.
We can't wait to dive into our June Refined Reads pick, Anything is Possible, by Pulitzer Prize-winning author Elizabeth Strout. The New York Times bestseller tells the story of a small town and its residents coping with love and loss. Buzz on this one, it's amazing. So head down to our partners at University Bookstore and grab your copy. Coming up, talk about expensive taste.
All right, Jamie, so let me get this straight. This is a $1,000 shot right here?
The Seattle whiskey bar that had me seeing dollar signs. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, there are 2 types of people in this world, fry people and tot people. I've been and always will be a tater tot guy. And if you aren't convinced that tots are king, then you haven't been to these Seattle spots known for their tots.
First up, Buckley's on Lower Queen Anne, where the tots, if you can believe it, are considered a healthy choice.
Sweet potato tots. It's just kind of a niche menu item, and probably we're one of the only ones in the city to carry it. There's a little bit of like brown sugar content to sweeten them up a little bit. Other than that, they're just deep fried.
All right, tell me about this sauce here. What's so special about it?
Chipotle Ranch is made in-house, and what happens is when you get the sweetness of the tater tot, coupled with just a slight spice from the Chipotle Ranch, it's a really nice, spicy, sweet kind of flavor.
Our next stop, Lunchbox Laboratory in South Lake Union, where the tots are fried to perfection.
They're amazing. The waiter actually talked me into them.
A house specialty called Gavacho's Tachos.
So the tachos is our fried tots with mac and cheese, sour cream, Satan's Tears ketchup. Yep. And then bacon, chopped bacon, and green onions.
But the real highlight here may be the selection of tot toppings.
These are some of my favorite sauces, starting with our Papa's barbecue sauce. Very sweet at first, and then gets a little spicy. Following that, we got a jalapeno ranch, and then a black garlic truffle mayo. So,
hey, Prentice, don't fill up on all those tachos. We still have one more stop to make.
I think the tater tot is just that all-American deal.
This is Tyler. He's the executive chef at Radiator Whiskey on Pike Place Market, and he calls his tots dirty.
So we do sunny side up with the eggs, so it just barely cooks the white through, so the yolk is still really nice and runny. Put that right on top of the tots, and then we take hot gravy and pour it over the top, so it kind of scalds the top of the yolk. And then when it comes to the table, the first thing you want to do is cut right in the middle of it. All that yolks runs into the gravy, and it'll be dirty, delicious, pull the top.
That is fantastic. Thanks, man.
Got it. Thank you.
Did we miss your top tots? Email us at hello@seattlerefined.com and let us know. We'll be right back. But first, our Tech Tango App of the Week.
Marco Polo app has made video chatting fun, private, and more personal. It is described as a video walkie-talkie and has become popular very quickly. Select your friend or family and record a video, if desired, at Filters and Text. Then send the video. Sing your friend happy birthday, let them know the soccer game got rained out, or tell a funny joke. They can send a video reply later. It is a great way to connect with friends and family without posting it for the world to see, and there are no time recording limits. The videos are stored at Marco Polo, so they don't take up space on your phone, and you can watch them again months later. Give it a try and have fun. Marco Polo is free and available on iOS and Android. I'm Francie Black. For more great apps, visit techtangotoday.com. The reason
Welcome back to the show. Believe it or not, it's National Name Your Poison Day. For some people, it's a glass of wine, maybe a microbrew, but for me, it's some good old-fashioned whiskey. And for that, there's only one place to go in Seattle.
Is arguably the largest collection in the world. We're approaching 4,000 labels.
Taking a step into Cannon Whiskey Bar on Capitol Hill is like taking a step back in time.
We have, newspapers, original newspapers celebrating the repeal of Prohibition, which, if that didn't happen, we wouldn't be here talking about this right now. This bar is not replicable. It just simply isn't. It's 22 seats in the restaurant part and 13 at the bar, and we have well over $1 million in inventory.
Jamie Boudreau co-owns Cannon, and he knows his cocktails.
What makes a good whiskey drinker? One with deep pockets and an endless stomach. The range of our prices is as low as $6 a shot, and we have whiskeys up to $1,500 a shot. The highest tab that we've had from one person or a couple was close to $7,000.
Just looking around, I was in awe. Cannon's whiskey collection is something I've never seen before.
We have a collection, because we've been collecting for years now, of whiskeys that just aren't available anymore. You're not going to find them anywhere else in the world. I can guarantee you that. We have booze literally hidden everywhere, in armoires, in the hallway, in bathrooms. There's booze everywhere in this building.
Jamie even allowed us to film in a spot never seen by the public.
We have a cellar off-site that houses our most rare and interesting and impossible to get whiskeys.
Of course, I really wanted to try the good stuff.
Well, Jamie, you got some expensive soldiers right here. Tell me about them.
Yeah, indeed. This is just a very small sample of some of our more expensive and rare whiskeys.
Can I try that one?
Absolutely, yeah. Let's do that.
Pour one up.
Do one of those.
All right, Jamie, so let me get this straight. This is a $1,000 shot right here?
Yeah.
I would really like to say I know the difference between $1,000 and a $6 shot, but...
You just got to drink more of the $1,000 shots.
Yeah. And this one right here, I don't even like picking it up because that bottle is worth some dough right there.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Well, thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Let's finish this up.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
And if you want more details about Cannon, head to SeattleRefined.com.
All right, that'll do it for today's show. I'm Gart Swanson. We'll see you next time right here on Seattle Refined.